What's up guys, One Up James here, and today we're looking at Felix the Toy on the Nintendo Switch. Felix the Toy is a retro 3D platformer published by Ultimate Games which follows Felix, our little protagonist who has been thrown into a world where his owner Andrew and the rest of the human race have vanished. The story begins with Felix trying to escape the box he has been stored into by Andrew's mom. With Andrew having grown up and off to college, he finds himself where most toys end up, boxed up and stored away. But Felix, longing for his owner and the dear friendship they had, is determined to escape the confines of the attic and reunite with his lost friend. The story is presented before each stage, given through a few paragraphs of text. To be such a short story, I think a very nice job has been done conveying Felix's sense of longing and his motivational drive to reunite with his owner Andrew. Felix will encounter dangerous storms, deserted locations, and complete isolation as he searches for Andrew and basically any other human he can find. I think the story deals with a couple of matters that we deal with often: the need for friends and loved ones, a longing for some of the more pleasant, peaceful times we have in life, and the fact that we often have to brave the elements and conquer our own fears to reclaim life and reignite our purpose and personal meaning of life. The level designs are great. Each of the 7 stages does a wonderful job of conveying the locations Felix will encounter on his journey. For the budget game that it is, Felix the Toy's levels are very detailed, filled with several platform sequences in each level. You will begin in your house and your yard and travel out into the world, encountering a grocery store, bowling alley, and a school, each with their own unique design. Each level also has 2 main tasks. The first, collecting coins spread throughout each level, and believe me, there are plenty, starting with 80 coins per level and working its way up to over 200. Although the coins don't really serve much of a purpose, I still found myself trying to grab each and every one of them. The second main task, and most important, is collecting the green keys. These keys are the most important task to complete, as you do have to find every key to be able to progress to the next stage. The keys are not that hard to locate, but reaching them is where the game's challenge comes. The 3 to 7 keys you will need to find are mostly all located at the end of some long, sometimes difficult platforming sequences. Each sequence will follow its own designated path, taking you through the environment, rising to new heights, and in several instances, have you grasping your platform abilities to conquer the terrain and help Felix progress on his adventure. There is a bit of lag you will run into from time to time. This occurs mostly in larger areas like the grocery store. This lag will affect you during these long platforming sequences, seeing as if you fall, you are then headed back to the beginning of the sequence. This does cause a big problem, but can mostly be avoided by turning the camera to face a wall or an area with less textures. This isn't an ideal thing to have to do, but it works and makes the game playable, where the lag can lead to half jumps and leave you trying again and again. The controls, next to level design, are the most important element when it comes to 3D platformers. And seeing there is no combat and jumping is the only actions performed in the game, the controls need to be as solid as possible. The controls aren't the best, neither are they the worst. With a little bit of a floaty feeling to your jump, I actually found this helpful, as it allows for a higher jump and then positioning a little in mid-air to more accurately land the platforms. The controls' precisions are tight enough, but with the before mentioned lag, some areas are not as easy as they look. And having to get all of the keys means you have to tough it out and retry again and again until you succeed. There were a couple of times I would jump onto things only to fall straight through them, as if it was a hologram. Or times when jumping around items, I would hit the edge of an item when visually I should have made it. But these technical problems were few and far between. I had a lot of fun platforming, collecting, and exploring the stages, as in my opinion are well done and fun to play in Felix the Toy. And even though it is a budget title, the cute story, catchy tunes, and level exploration and platforming gave me a little over 3 hours of adventure and I'm sure it will bring you a peaceful yet challenging experience as well. Felix the Toy costs $4.99 on the Nintendo eShop, and in my opinion, even with a couple of flaws it has, will give you 2 to 3 hours of some challenging platforming fun. Well guys, that's my review of Felix the Toy on the Nintendo Switch. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, drop a like and subscribe. It only takes a second, and I'll see you next time guys. Later.